And right now, in the weekly chart, we are respecting this demand zone. So for now, as long as we respect this demand zone and this demand zone, we can see that the order flow is bullish. We are creating higher highs, higher lows. Hi everyone, warmly welcome to this week's Market Outlook. This is the place where we leave out the emotions and focus on logics. Let's start with the news calendar for the week. The main focus is the funds rate on Wednesday, in my opinion. And of course, we have some red folders tomorrow. And this is Swedish time here. But my focus is on the funds rate. We have some red folders here on Thursday also, so you can keep that in mind too. But my main focus is, as I told you, on Wednesday, the funds rate. And now we're going to have a look at the earnings calendar. And there's nothing special, in my opinion, here on Monday. Tuesday, nothing here too. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Next thing is the fear and greed index. So we are still in neutral, and I think still we can go up to even higher levels here to greed and extreme greed. For now, we had a healthy correction here in the fear and greed index, which is totally normal. And I just think the upcoming weeks and months we can see greed and extreme greed levels before we create a local top and head into a bear market. But let's take it step by step and respect the trend we are having right now. And we will soon have a look at the charts, but I'm starting with the macro view now. And the crypto fear and greed index, we have been consolidating here, and I'm aiming for extreme greed because in my opinion, it's hard for me to see the market blows up and puts the top of this bull market without being in the extreme greed territory. That's why I think there is more room to go up in the fear and greed index here in Bitcoin. That indicates that there is more room to go in the Bitcoin chart too. So this is my plan the weeks and months ahead, and let's respect the chart and the demand zones and the order flow we have, and don't try base our investments just on one single indicator. We need to have this overall view. When it comes to the liquidations, as you can see here, we have been liquidating a lot of longs, and that often indicates that we are heading into a slowdown of the current downtrend or consolidation we had. And you can see this was the downtrend in Bitcoin, and we have been starting to trend more upwards. The daily exchange volume have been really slow, just sideways movements. And I really want this chart to break above this high in order to become more bullish. And if we don't do that, then this is just giving me a sign of weakness, and it just indicates that we are heading into the end of the bull market. But for now, let's just respect what we are having in front of us. And right now, we are building higher lows, and we are not building higher highs. Right now, just one higher high. I would like to see a second one. That would increase the probabilities that we are in a strong phase in the crypto market. If we just check the seasonality for Bitcoin, we can see that by probability, September is a very hard and red month here, as you can see. But the last 2 years, it has been green. And for now, so far, it's green. And it will be interesting to see how September ends. And you can see here, August and September in general are red. And now we had a red August, and now we're coming into September green so far. And let's see how it ends. But October and November are having probabilities in their favor to become green. So it will be interesting to see if we are heading into some kind of peak in the crypto market here, and then heading into a bear market after that. Or is this some kind of a never-ending cycle, or whatever people can come up with close to the tops? Well, let's take it step by step and respect the trend. And for your information, I don't have anything against an uptrend or a downtrend. Like, we can earn money in a bear market, we can earn money in a bull market. So that's the important thing. When you're a trader, you can earn money both ways. That's why you're leaving emotions on the side and just focusing on the logics. What is the chart telling me right now? And right now, in the weekly chart, we are respecting this demand zone, and we are having a fair value gap here. Check this red zone. It's a fair value gap. And if we close above it, that would increase the probabilities that we have put the low right now, and we can aim for this high and even higher levels. So this is the sign I'm looking for in Bitcoin in the weekly chart. And of course, it would be wonderful to get the opportunity to look for entries from this green zone, as I told you earlier. But it's really important to respect the trend, respect the price action. And we were starting to disrespect this supply zone. Testing it, well, go down. Testing it again, well, go down. Then it broke above it. That itself is a sign of strength. And now we are creating a correction. So we broke above once, created a correction. We would like to see a clear break again above this high, and also the weekly candle close above this red zone. Then that is a good sign to aim for this high and even higher levels. More short-term trades, I'm keeping it in the community, but this is more to give you a general bias about the chart. If we check Nasdaq here in the daily chart, we are respecting demand zones here. This one is respected, and we were starting to build bullish order flow from this zone. And we are respecting this demand zone. We have been taking out highs, respecting this demand zone, respecting this demand zone. It's really bullish here, and there's no reason to think that we should be bearish when it looks like this. So for now, as long as we respect this demand zone and this demand zone, I'm bullish to Nasdaq, and I just think all the down moves are opportunities to aim for even higher levels. And it looks almost the same in S&P 500. We are respecting demand zones. We were down to the 50% of this leg up. We respected the 50%, respected demand zones, and if we check 4 hour here, we can see that the order flow is bullish. We are creating higher highs, higher lows, and as long as we are staying above this demand zone, I'm bullish to S&P 500, and you can see every down move as an opportunity to aim for higher levels. That was basically it for this week's market outlook. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and with that being said, see you in the next video. Bye.